Good evening. Credit to Creighton. They did a lot of things really well, and we didn't. Um, my biggest fear coming into this game was obviously their 3-point shooting, but their transition. Their transition is blistering, and obviously with the speed and athleticism of Neil, but consistently and always with the passing of Stephen Ashworth. The ball moves via the pass so much faster than your feet, and his ball was simply moving faster via the pass in transition, and that got us behind. I think that bled and got us behind for the rest of our offensive possession, our defensive game plan, our switching didn't bother them at all, and they got going. They have great shooters up and down the roster. Mason Miller, who we all know is a great shooter, was struggling. He got going. Isaac Trout, it's the best thing he does. You see guys 4 for 4, 2 for 3. Just can't happen. Even the number, Stephen Ashworth got up 10. We just good shooting teams aren't going to have bad shooting nights often. You want to limit their attempts. We didn't, and we got what we deserved.
To you is the biggest difference between kind of preparing for what Creighton does in a practical sense, on film and simulated in practice versus when you feel it in the game?
Yeah, I mean, our scout team's not going to be able to emulate, the speed of them in transition or the shooting. When we prepare for Creighton, we actually, if our scout team ball touches the rim, we count it as a make. We don't even want them because we don't want their good shooters to get shots off. But again, you know, the standard is the standard. In practice, if it is Creighton or not, run your absolute hardest in transition defense. That's enough. And if you do that, you get in front of the play and you have a better chance. They were just far too good tonight.
Bensley and Jaden have been averaging about 40 between them last 2 to 3 games. Tonight 9, they struggle with their efficiency. What Creighton do to kind of limit that?
I think I think Jaden got some good looks he missed. I think that's just the presence of Ryan down there, is his size and kind of you think about in 2009 when UConn had the beat, it was similar to that. It's not always the shots he blocks. Sometimes it's the shot he changes. I was watching one of their games, maybe Nova, and a kid shot the ball almost over the backboard, and it was, it's not a shot block. Ryan doesn't get credit for that in the stat sheet, but and he actually did have 6 tonight. So he had 6 and he altered a ton. Um, so he's different. We haven't played, a center of that caliber in a while. And so he made a difference. We got a quick turnaround. We got Nova on Friday. We have to get better.
Any questions? I guess big picture wise, in the short term, what have you liked about what your team has done? Obviously, tonight you guys did
Yeah, we shot the ball well, the last few games, but we didn't defend well the last game, and we got 2 out of 10 of our game goals against Seton Hall. We only accomplished 2 out of 10, and the focus going into this game was, we made shots against Seton Hall, and that ended up being the difference and why we won. 2 out of 10 in our team goals is not good enough, and we were 2 out of 10 again tonight. And against the upper echelon of this league, we talk about it straight up with our team: Marquette, Nova, Connecticut, and Creighton. Um, you got to be better, and we're 0-3 against those 3 so far, with another one on Friday.
Sure, I'll start. Kim, just your assessment of Oswin matching up with Kalkbrenner tonight. Seemed like he had some moments, but obviously a big challenge for him.
I thought he did a great job, especially early. I thought he showed some great physicality. We were +1. He was on the court in his 23 minutes. I thought the physicality wore on him a little bit, how fast they play in transition, and just how much you have to move defensively. I thought he was getting his wind up where he could play a ton of minutes more. He was kind of getting in his groove. He was tired in moments tonight, but I think he did a great job. There are things he's going to continue to see and learn from. We obviously were conceding, jump shots from Kalk on the perimeter, but he could have had a hand up a few times. There was some back cut passes he could have maybe bothered, but proud of Osmond. He's going to keep growing and getting better.
Was that tiredness, Kim, more in the second half? Because when he went out in the second half, obviously that's when you guys slid.
Yeah, I thought he was tired early. He said he was good. And I can always see it in the sprints, how hard he runs to ball screens, how hard he runs to transition offense. Yeah, when he went out late, we looked up, it was 13 points with like 7:27 to go. And we talked about in that timeout getting it to 8 by the media, by the 4-minute media, and they went on a run. They went on a great run to close it out during that stretch and really put it out of reach.
Yeah, no, I thought more when you came with Eli in the second half with like maybe 16 to go. I think he had one foul at the time, but he did look a little gassed.
Yeah, he was gassed. It was a rotational sub. We thought Eli could maybe stretch the floor a bit, but it didn't work.
And you said in the press conference, chasing them off the line is hard. They got 32 of them up. Is that just more communication, or are they just that they had it going?
No, it's lack of execution. We're guarding, it's failed switches. It's guarding a shooter one pass away and the ball is being dribbled towards you. You should be pushing out, getting to that shooter. Again, when we play good shooting teams, great shooting teams, we don't want them to have bad shooting nights. We don't want them to get attempts off. And when you look down this stat sheet, Stephen Ashworth's 10, his first 3 of the game, we went under a ball screen, which you would never do on him. Now you could say, was our ball screen communication loud enough to have our big, communicate to the guard so he knows to get up and over? But Ashworth attempted 10, Trout attempted 4, Mason Miller attempted 3. That alone is too much. Jackson McAndrew, a great shooter, attempted 4. Not enough. It's not going to win you. And you couple that with some bad offense. That's bad math. That's a recipe for a blowout.
Kim, in terms of Creighton's defense, not particularly a high turnover team, but a very low assist team against just how are they able to disconnect opposing offenses on the perimeter?
Well, again, they have you mean they don't give up a lot of assists?
Yes.
That's what you're saying. I mean, yeah, they're similar to us. We generally disallow assists. They have their 5 men, parked out at the rim. And if you're a shooter, they stay attached to you. So they make you play in ball screens 2-on-2. It's not a lot of help. And they make you play not 1-on-1, but a game where you're going to have to make the shots. And, when we've had success against them, that has happened. Jaden has some good looks in the first half that, we trust he'll make. We got some good looks. Jabri got some, Justin got some. We got to make them.
The last couple of games, obviously, you've gotten really good performances from Jaden and Bensley, and tonight was a tough one for both. Just what did you see them doing against them?
Yeah, I thought it was some indecision in ball screens in the first half. I talked about it in there. With that presence at the rim, Bensley's first time playing against him. Some of our new guys' first time playing against him. You're kind of we can have all the sticks and brooms and arms we can in practice, but to actually go up against it and see it is different. I thought Jaden got some great looks early. He missed and, affected him a little bit. Bensley the same. He was kind of in pick and roll in between attacking downhill to get the 2-on-1 or just snaking in and playing. It was honestly what I was thinking at halftime. I said Jaden and Bensley just need to play in ball screens like Stephen Ashworth. we both play the same defense. That's kind of been the story of our games the last 2 years. We're both doing the same things to each other defensively. Their attack a little bit more off ball centric than ours. Our attack is usually more on ball centric. And they won the battle today.
Thanks.
Kim, going with 11 deep tonight, was that more of a byproduct of 3 games and 6 days here, and maybe try to save a little bit for the finish line Friday night?
Down the end, it was, we had a decision to make with, who our first big off the bench was going to be. We talked about if Kalkbrenner was imposing his will early, it would probably be Bonk or Creased. If we felt like we needed some, more pop defensively or more space offensively, it would be Eli. Yeah, and the way we want to play defensively, we want to get after teams. We're doing a lot of switching. We're blowing up things. So that wears you out. That wears you out in the half court. So we're hoping some extra bodies would give guys rest. I thought Justin Fernandez had some pretty good minutes. He was -2 and almost 12 minutes.
Was Rich close tonight?
Yeah, he felt good. We kind of held him out. Didn't think he was quite ready. We're not gonna mess with concussions, and hopefully he's ready to go Friday.
Kim, the slashing in the past 3 games specifically from Ryan, Corey, Wesley, it's been prevalent. Getting sort of mid-range shots and getting to the basket. What have been some things you've been working on to see that success?
Not many mids. I guess it's all relative what you count as a mid. If we want to get inside the Big East, but Logo, yeah, those guys have been good attacking space. Again, tonight, with the size at the rim, that changed some things. But it was defensive tonight. It was defensive. Our transition defense, our half court defense, and like I've said, since I've been here, they're married. And, when you're taking the ball out the net, your offense is going to suffer. And when you're not putting the ball in the net, your defense is going to suffer.
Any more questions, guys?
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you.
guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kim.